Okay, so here we are. I cannot figure out how on earth to get this. Um, let's. I don't know. Let's do some shit here. I need to get my damn camera off me, y'all. I'm trying to drive and figure out StreamYard uh from the phone. So um, what? Okay, hey, well, yes. Okay, here we are. So can someone explain to me how to turn this shit around so you don't look at me? Okay. So someone want to give me um tips on how to mod somebody? That's a like I feel like such an idiot. Y'all are making me feel really like an idiot. Well, I mean it's not your fault, it's me. It's totally me. Okay, let's see. Let's see if uh we can figure some of this out. And I'm gonna turn this camera off because I don't want anybody looking at me right now, especially while I'm looking like super dumb. Live for my babies. Uh, oh, okay, all right. I'm not sure, so let me. Um, all right, you guys let me know. How how's that work? Will that help some of you guys getting um wrenches? Setting button. Okay. Um, what I'm looking at is really a basic layout. Um, for for my Android. So I don't know. Oh, here we go. Boom. I might be learning something, you guys. You're watching a baby. Uh, got it here. Now we're cooking. We're cooking. Thank you, Vicky. Okay. So like I said, eventually I'll get this camera figured out so I can drive. Okay, thank you. Please do. Thank you, Real DJ. Fruit Loops. Thank you for stopping by on, I guess, this maiden voyage. Is all I can say. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate y'all's patience and being so positive. I figured out the camera. Yes. Here we go. See, there we go. Now y'all can drive with me. Uh, join me up here if you want, or um, give me a question so I don't feel as bad now. Uh, that's right, in real life. And we can get on the road and have a discussion um, about this stuff. Um, yeah, so we'll get back on the road and we'll talk paranormal. So I just watched a documentary with my mother about sounds good, Nanya, about a haunted hunting lodge in Georgia. It was rather fascinating. Thank you, Vicky. Uh, these big, manly, conservative hunters were all getting scared out of their wits. Um, it's it's quite fascinating. Hold on just a second. We're gonna. Oh, what's that, DJ? Really? Milge, Milledgeville? Okay, I'll have to look that up. This was a hunting lodge that was just out in the countryside somewhere. I'm not 100% sure where it's at, but I can look that up if someone is rather interested. But their work, ooh, a mental hospital. Dang, that's like uh, one of my bucket list places to investigate would be a mental hospital that's been abandoned. I mean, because uh, I don't know if anyone is familiar with the history of um, most mental hospitals in this world, but they they weren't always treated people kindly. I mean, electroshock there, lobotomies, all around. So um, probably a good recipe for something interesting. Wow, that sounds amazing. Size of a place the size of a city. We could get lost in there. Um, I don't know. I'd have to check on that because I think it was actually a order by President JFK that got all the mental hospitals shut down, and he gave them 20 years to shut them down, and that's why everybody thinks that that Reagan did it. But I'll definitely check that out. Um, I don't generally get too scared at locations, but I mean, I have been interested in all things Jimmy Carter. Okay. Um, all things unusual. Since I was a kid, I've always been interested in different things. Hey, Misty. Oh well, I don't blame that. The Carters were interesting people, so and he always did take care of his home, his home territory. That's very true. All right, thanks, Ghetto Frogger. They built a Walmart. That's crazy. I just also want to say that pretty much everybody in here has been very kind to me as I'm fairly new in the community. Obviously, I'm super new to like live streaming and things like that, and I'm sure there's more that I will learn. But I did want to say thank you guys for showing up and just being yourselves and being kind. I really greatly appreciate it. It is not easy to, especially I'm an introvert, so it's hard for me to put myself out there. Like obviously I didn't want to be on camera, um, you know, yet I'm not that comfortable. But yeah, I live for my babies. That's right. They've built Walmart on all kinds of crazy locales. You know what I'd love to see? I'd love to see like a poltergeist type movie that takes place in a Walmart, where Walmart gets sucked into the ground at the end or something. It's so haunted. The Walmart's so haunted. Whoa, 25,000 unmarked graves. That would that would be a very interesting place to visit. I'm gonna have to make a special trip to Georgia now. That place, I'm gonna do research on that Milledgeville location. I was definitely gonna have to do some reading. It is very sad. And that's just the ones that they logged, or they counted. And I guarantee you, they didn't count everyone. As you guys know, a lot of you coming from the pred catcher community, that there's a lot of people who don't get counted. Um, you know, for different reasons. Children who get trafficked, etc. So it's all very sad. There's a underbelly of society that where people are not accounted for. Just in case anybody was interested, we are in north central Texas, not far. I'm not telling you where I live. I'm just telling you where I'm driving right now. But we are in the Meridian area. Look it up on a map, I guess, if you're interested. We've got some nice views coming up of it's a little bit hilly and things. But anyway, I was watching the documentary about this hunting lodge, and I find it fascinating when you meet people who you would think were skeptics, uh, just or you would imagine, make the judgment. They would probably be a skeptic because of the way they come across, as being so self assured, like these hunters were. But they had some harrowing situations where a lot of the activity that occurred in the hunting lodge is rather spooky, because you hear what sounds like someone with heavy footprints walking around on the actual wraparound porch. And then you can hear them open the front door and walk in. and you can hear the footsteps go down the hall and then come into the room that you're sleeping in and kind of stop there at your bed. And I'm not saying this without proof. They actually recorded on an overnight investigation the footsteps, and sure enough, they come. They sound like they come, from outside, inside the home, and then right into the bedroom where the people were sleeping. So it's rather chilling. Oh yeah, underground tunnels. Yeah, a lot of they're moving a lot of people in those underground tunnels. I imagine they also move dead bodies at a lot of locales inside those. Who said that? Oh, Ghetto Frogger. Yeah. But yeah, I think it's pretty fascinating when you do actually catch things. And it is not my place to convince people of things. I just want to talk about it, listen to other people's experiences. So if any of you have had odd experiences and you want to talk about it, then get with me and we can panel about it. Or if there's something, a particular topic like cryptids, I'm pretty open. Ooh, infants in the underground. You need to bring a gun. Well, I mean, if you're going to be out in the woods, it's probably good to have a firearm with you. I don't know if you necessarily need one, uh, at all locations. Nanya, it sounds like you just want to take your guns and show them off. Yes, I have heard a lot of crazy, crazy things about the Kentucky cave system, where people think, have theories of like underground dwellers and what you would say might be more of an elemental type spirit, where it was never like a human that lived and then passed away. It was always something that was derived from nature, which I think is a pretty interesting concept as well. So there's a lot of talk that in that Kentucky cave system underground, there's some elemental type spiritual activity. Sorry, I am trying to read. Ooh, Vicky. Yeah, that definitely would be a little spooky. Or coming up through a little downtown area, and then we'll head towards the lake. It's just a nice drive, and we'll drive over a dam, uh, check out. We'll check out the lake. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Yeah. I definitely don't. I don't want to interrupt his catch. So um, we can definitely head out once he's um, about to go live. I appreciate that, Nanya. Thank you for letting us know, because I'm sure everybody here will definitely want to run over and support that. So if you want to, we'll hang out and we'll drive a little. And uh, Nanya, was there something else that I need to do to get someone up here with me to talk, or putting out that link? Is that enough? Oh wow. Okay. Thanks, Dub. Yeah, I definitely want to catch those guys catch. Okay, let me see if I can get that link again. Okay, here we go. All right. Okay, add them from the basement. Oh Lord, Dove. I'm kind of an idiot right now, so let me. Oh yeah, that's true. I need to be able to see them. Hopefully, I'll get some type of notification here on this app. Okay, Haystack, slow your roll. Did you ever think I might want to see a helicopter? No, just kidding. Oh yeah, yeah, I forgot. Okay, okay, I'll ask them to show their face and speak. Good point. Okay, so we're heading out to Whitney Lake, and then maybe yes, I will ask people to show their face. Um, anyway, we'll probably go take a little tour. There's a small cemetery that I wanted to check out before it gets dark. Yeah, please go sub to Wolf if you haven't, so you can catch what's going on today. Catch us live. Hobby. Oh wow, I am feeling so honored that you joined us for a sec. Thank you, sir. So anyway, we were talking about Vicky's grandpa was reaching out and touching potentially grandma in the shower. Interesting. Um, it does occur at odd times, well, of course, when you're not expecting. Yeah, I do. I agree. Yeah, I sound kind of like Kat. That's okay. She's good people. Well, everybody should dog Jeff. He totally ignores me because I grew up in a similar area than him, and some of his lies about hanging out with Pantera and stuff. Whatever, I'll let that go for now. Hey, Kat. Laura! Thank you that you found this. Yeah, if you haven't checked out the body cam footage, definitely check that out. I took a look at it not too long ago. So okay, can ghosts smell of feet hot? I'm sorry, Ghetto Frogger. I'm a little confused. Oh, can ghosts smell or feel hot and cold? Okay, this is my opinion. Um, I think that when if you're at a location and you smell something unusual, a lot of times, um, wood, porous materials, um, sometimes even certain minerals, if a home is built on top of like quartz and things like that, um, your actual environment and the wood itself, if you have with a lot of woodwork, that wood absorbs, smells and it could potentially release those just it can be a natural thing. But I do believe that um, that's a way for a spirit to interact, with the environment. Is um, I think a lot of it has to do with energy. We're all energy, right? So, um, I had my mother had a best friend when I was a child, and there was a certain perfume that she wore, and it reminded me of her. It made me feel safe. And after she passed, I did have an instance of smelling that perfume, kind of like a phantom uh, smell. And personally, whether it was intentional on her behalf to me, or it was my imagination, or what have you, it made me feel better. So if you have a situation and it made you feel better, you know, oh, Vicky, really, since that your grandmother used, that's interesting. That could be a potential way in which she's contacting you, or it could just be, um, our bodies, tricking us, and we have since connected to memories. Either way, it's not a bad thing. you know, your grandmother's checking on you. She's watching over you. She loves you. Or you love her so much that you're remembering uh, the smells that the good smells that are connected. Hey, hey, Mrs. Wolfpack. Hello. Yeah, I totally understand. I had an instance where I felt that my grandmother actually visited me and kind of gave me a sign, because I used to have a thing with her. Um, Anytime she went in the hospital, she and I would have a discussion. And I'll make sure, if you go before I go, Grandma, that you come back and you visit me and you mess with my electrical, like you turn my lights off and on. That was we created a plan. Like if I left before she did, I would bring butterflies into her home. So we used to go back and forth, and then when she did finally pass, about a year or so, actually on the anniversary of her passing, um, I had an instance where I definitely felt that she let me know. Oh, okay, that's really nice and lovely, Laura. Oh, Vicky, wow. Vicky, have you ever considered that you could potentially be sensitive? If you've had that much interaction with people who have passed, some I agree, I do. Oh wow, that's really interesting. Ladybugs, that's fascinating. Okay, somebody keep an eye on time and make sure we don't miss anybody's live that pops up any catches. Well, Vicky, I would say, Hobby, are you serious or are you joking? I because I definitely would want to have a conversation with you if you actually had some real contact with. I'm not even saying that name, but you know what you definitely know what you wrote. Really, I would love to have a conversation with you, just person to person, sometime. That's fascinating. Really, Zippity. That See, I think everybody has a little bit of a little bit of openness, but you've got to open yourself to it. And I think what I was going to say before I saw that um, from Hobby, because that's very concerning, um, is I was going to say, Vicky, and other people, who feel like they might. Um, oh, that's sweet. 10. Um, oh, I lost my train of thought because now I'm worried about Hobby. Um, yes, Hobby is a madman if he was doing that. Um, oh, I was saying to open up yourself, meditation, and I don't mean like the strange, pseudo new age crap where you have to like do do all sit in a specific spot and do a certain thing and listen to certain music and things like that. But I mean, sometimes meditating is just quieting down, turning everything off, um, and laying, in a comfortable position or sitting in a comfortable position, and getting in touch with what's going on, in your body, in your mind. I don't doubt that, Hobby. You definitely have a strong presence. I recognize that from the start. But yeah, I'm still really intrigued by the fact that you did that. Wow. Uh, I don't. I tend to not want to poke the bear, uh, you know, necessarily. Oh, that's nice. Really. Wow. Okay, Nanya, if you are concerned about demons and you're scared of demons and demonology and stuff, that's the name of a demon, potentially. So I wouldn't write it again, just until you're, unless you don't put any stock in that and then, do whatever you wish. I just like for people to be, aware of, that in my chat, like if we're gonna talk about spiritual things, then potentially we could talk about negative things as well. We're not going to try to. Really, that's interesting, Hobby. But we will talk about good and bad. I unfortunately have had a few negative experiences. Um, they weren't too intense, but they were. But that's the thing. A lot of people have to understand. Just because somebody passes away doesn't mean they're going to be all of a sudden like angelic and nice. If they were an asshole in life, they're probably an asshole in death too. I mean, it's just it just seems pretty logical. Um, oh, DJ Fruit Loops, if there's things such as that, and I can check that out, maybe I need to mod you so that you can drop a link, or you can maybe get it to Nanya, and Nanya can drop it. I don't know. So we're going over the Whitney Dam. That's amazing, Hobby. If that's the case, yeah. Um, That's awesome. And that the family felt a different. Wow, I bet. Wow. Yeah, so we're at the top of Whitney Dam, and we're fixing to um, go drive around, get a little closer look at the dam. That would be, yeah, that would be very cool. DJ Fruit Loops. I would be interested. Uh, Unfortunately, I had, I ran a paranormal group in Florida for almost 10 years, and all I had, of course, not backed up everything on my computer, and the hard drive died. So we're driving down on the backside of uh, the dam, yeah, uh, and just kind of hanging out till we got a, a catch that we need to go watch. But um, yeah, we were talking. I guess I was going to have to be such a huge ordeal, to meditate. Um, and something else that I don't is how I feel, but I feel that spirits and things, on the other side, on the opposite side of the veil than we are. You don't even need to speak with your actual voice. I think you can speak in your mind to them sometimes, and I think it gets picked up. I don't know how that works, but I think there's a lot of things out there that we don't understand, and telepathy. Well, that's blocked off. Let's try going around here. It's dark already, Laura. My goodness. I need to slow down. I think you can do it a lot easier than you realize, Vicky. What? What? Well, that's odd, Hobby. That guy's actually called you. Wow. Uh, Serendipitous. Um, I think it's quite easy to meditate. Taking time, you whatever helps you boast or best get into get in your own mind. And I don't know if my camera is getting a good shot of that dam as I come around here, but hopefully you can see it. The spillway's not open or anything right now, so um, we'll just drive around a little bit and get a little, I don't think I want to go down too far down there. Yeah, yeah, that's down, like, if since the spillway's not open, you can get down there. There's some good fishing down there, but I don't want to drive my hearse down there. Babying it. I'm babying it. Okay, thanks, Nanya. Um, you know, a good way to begin meditating, if you don't mind me, just kind of zippity. Really, you're gonna be in my area. Um, the way that I did and this may sound really elemental or elementary and childish, but for much by um, so okay, because I get easily distracted with the world, and I have mental health issues that sometimes get in the way of me connecting with my deeper self, my spiritual self. What I did was I would turn all the lights off, turn all the music off, anything distracting. I would lay in bed, and um, I would start with either my head or my feet, and I would think of my feet, and I would count my toes and relax each one, and then I would count my feet, and I would go through my anatomy and physically tell myself and make myself relax. That's how I would kind of get, kind of how I started with meditation was because if I don't know if any of you have deal with any PTSD or anxiety or depression or other things, or ADHD, where in a world today where we get easily distracted. So this was a good way for me to concentrate on my body and kind of work towards being able to meditate a little deeper. So I started. Oh, really awesome! Yes, we're just hanging out till Blaze goes live, and then we're all heading over there. Unless you're telling me that it's a go right now, but oh, really, Vicky? Okay, well, I'm glad to know that. Whoa, that guy was a little close and going fast, bruh. Don't hit my ride. Um, but yeah, I mean, it like I said, it sounds uh, juvenile almost, but I it is what it is. I have to, I kind of had to work myself up to it, and then I don't know if you are familiar with the colors that coordinate to the different chakras of your body. But after, I got my body relaxed, I would go through uh, the uh, the different chakras and think of the color coordinated with that. Just know, you can kind of start to give you a little bit of a start key. uh, yes, Laura, it is very difficult, and yes, they say meditation is good for our mental health. That we, I have to take it and kind of make it work. Um, but yeah, Vicky, if you want, I can if you want, I can like reach out to you in some form or fashion and help you with that. Oh, guys, it looks like I just got a notification uh, uh, from Wolfpack. He's live, so let's everybody just head over there. I really appreciate you coming along on this ride and helping me get more familiar with this. I appreciate it.